Joe Biden just got his best, Joe Biden just got the best endorsement that serves as the greatest anti-endorsement for Bernie Sanders. Take a look at this. Let's look at this headline, folks. Biden might be saving the Democrats. Who wrote this? Karl Rove, the architect of the Bush administration, Karl Rove. America just witnessed 72 hours, unlike any other in the history of presidential primaries. Not presidential elections, though, because we had Florida in 2000. Let's not forget. All right. Anyway, Americans just witnessed 72 hours, unlike any other. Okay, I just read that. The miracle began Saturday. The miracle. Joe Biden winning, Karl Rove describes as a miracle. Just so you know, the fact that that is a truth in our society should disqualify Joe Biden. Joe Biden should be running as a Republican. Karl Rove calls Joe Biden winning a miracle. In fact, you know what? I'm tweeting that right now. Just so you know. I mean, just say Karl Rove. The miracle began Saturday in South Carolina, all right, after horrible White House, blah, 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 blah. Mr. Biden then appeared on Sunday shows to argue that Mr. Sanders' socialist views, by the way, he's a social democrat, but anyway, would drag down the entire Democratic ticket if he were to lead it. The message resonated. By Monday, Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg had withdrawn and endorsed Mr. Biden in Dallas, joined by former Representative Robert Francis O'Rourke. And you know what? It is very hard for me to find a compliment for Karl Rove. And this isn't really a compliment to Karl Rove necessarily, but I'll give a tip of the hat for referring to him as Robert Francis O'Rourke, because that's his freaking name. Anyway, then with virtually no organization, on Super Tuesday, Biden won at least 9, probably 10 of 14 states. It helped that money didn't buy political love for former New York Mayor Mike Bloomberg. His spending could reach $800 million, and all it won him was American Samoa. All right. So this isn't the first time Democrats have faced an attempt by an extremist to hijack their party to transform America. While Franklin D. Roosevelt realized how radical Vice President Henry A. Wallace was, he allowed party leaders to remove the Iowan from the 1944 Democratic ticket. They replaced Wallace with a Senate backbencher named Harry S. Truman, whose views were in sync with those of Roosevelt and most Democrats. FDR didn't want that to happen. FDR did not want that to happen. And FDR enacted the policies that we still have to thank for this day. His New Deal included Social Security and weekends. And there was strong union support. And then he wanted to take it a step further and have a jobs guarantee for all Americans. That was his true vision. Because FDR saw the climate around him. FDR looked out and he saw an angry working class. And he said to his rich friends, hey, you're either going to give up some of your money or you're going to give up all of it. Make up your mind. And he would do his fireside chats where he would be like, hey, people, this is what I want to do. This is who's stopping it. This is what I want. So this is a very sanitized, inaccurate assessment of what really went down there. And FDR, by the way, the most socially progressive president, arguably, that we've ever had, and they kept reelecting him until he died. That's who FDR was. Mr. Sanders represents, this is getting back to the article, Mr. Sanders represents an existential threat to the Democratic Party. If he Corbynizes the party like Labour in Britain, it will be difficult to reverse its leftward lurch anytime soon. While that might be good for the GOP in the short run, it would be dangerous for America, which benefits from a two-party system in which both reject extremist ideologies. This is Karl Rove saying this. What is all this code for? This is Karl Rove, a guy who makes money off the war machine. What he's saying is the status quo is great for the war machine. That's what he's saying here. He's really saying Bernie Sanders is bad for the war machine because Karl Rove looks around with his other war profiteering rich friends and doesn't want anything that'll disrupt that apple cart. If Karl Rove says something is bad for the status quo in America, that is the best news. That means you should go do exactly that. Karl Rove is what's bad for America. Karl Rove has brought this country to its knees. He's the architect of the Bush administration. This is the best anti-endorsement for Bernie ever. The fact that Karl Rove is that scared of Bernie Sanders. And he loves Joe Biden.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and